Sex is not love, sex is not friendship, sex is not a relationship. Sex is purely primitive. A tender looking woman sends shivers down a man's spine. Similarly, a masculine looking man sends shivers down a woman's spine. Unfortunately, so many men don't understand this. Moreover, they have been fed a very wrong narrative about attraction through movies and TV. You do not need to do anything to woo a woman. In other words, to win a woman's attraction, what you do for her doesn't matter at all. Rather, what actually matters is who you have become, what kind of personality you have developed, your physical appearance, your behavior, style, and mannerism. How cool do you seem? How alluringly you deal with them. Then it comes down to this one word. The word is choice. Their choice. See, you can't have sex with someone just because you like her. There are many other different factors that will come into play in your final decision. Similarly, her finding you interesting doesn't always mean she is going to have sex with you. There are so many other personal factors that will dictate her decisions. The work that you have done on yourself has already worked. Your appearance, style, attitude, and confidence have already appealed to her. Now, you do not need to do anything to make her like you or have sex with you. She finds you interesting enough. It is now up to her to decide whether she wants to have sex with you as well. It is the matter of her choice now. And there are so many other personal factors that will play a role in her decision. Her circumstances, her life situation, and her attitude toward sex and all that stuff. Her decision will be influenced by a number of factors other than her attraction. For example, suppose you are out shopping at a market and you find a shirt that looks very interesting, but you may not have enough money to buy it, or you may have money but already have so many unused shirts in your almirah, or maybe you are with someone who might influence your decision. See how many factors play a role in formulating your final decision. Furthermore, just because you are not purchasing the shirt does not imply that you do not like it. You like the shirt. The shirt looks very appealing to you, but at the same time, you are not buying it because so many other things are going through your mind. The same happens with them. She finds you interesting, but she isn't having sex with you for many other personal reasons, and thus you do not need to take it negatively. Why? Because she isn't having sex with you, that doesn't always mean she doesn't like you. It is just the circumstances and the scenarios of her life that are keeping her from getting along with you. And it is for this reason that you must accept the situation gracefully and move on with your life without harboring any grudges against anyone. There is no need to show any desperation or depression over it. It is something that is beyond your control. So many men don't understand such a simple concept. It is all about one's choices, what someone has chosen to do, and decisions are made based on one's own life situation and mindset. If her personal situation allows her to have sex with you, moreover, if she chooses to have sex with you, then you will get the sex from her. However, on the other hand, if one's circumstances are such that she can't have sex with you, she won't. If her personal life scenarios do not allow her to have sex with you, even if she finds you interesting, she will not do it. No matter what the reason is, if she chooses not to have sex with you, she won't have sex with you. You can't buy love, you can't bargain for attraction, you can never win anyone's affection through any means or efforts. It is entirely up to the individual. If somebody chooses to fuck you, she fucks you. If somebody doesn't, she doesn't. If someone decides to stay with you, she stays with you. If somebody decides to leave, she leaves. You cannot do anything about it. Even the world's richest person couldn't do anything about it. Jeff Bezos' wife has divorced him. Bill Gates' wife is not with him. Those women decided to leave and they left. On the other hand, say a woman who is dating a man who is just a storekeeper chooses to stay with him, she stays with him. A man's wealth and affluence cannot stop a woman who has made the decision to leave. On the other hand, for the other woman, just because she chose to stay, she stayed. It doesn't matter what the man has or not. Being a human being, you can only attract others by building yourself and working on your personality. How do you look? How do you walk, talk, and carry yourself? Your behavior, thought process, mannerism, etc. And even then, if nobody decides to fuck you or be with you, you cannot do anything about it. You can only be the best version of yourself, and if somebody somewhere gets attracted to your personality and decides to fuck you or chooses to fuck you, then only he or she will have sex with you. Your friendships, relationships, love affairs, and who you fuck with all depend on this one word: choice. And as far as sex is concerned, it is only primitive. As I stated at the start of the video, sex is not friendship, sex is not relationship, and sex is not love. Sex is only primitive. So many men don't understand it, and unfortunately there are many women who keep taking advantage of ignorant men. They keep on using those ignorant men for favors and free attention by showing fake affection to them. I am telling you guys, unless you shake those inherent primal instincts of women, they won't get attracted to you. If you have a personality that can make someone's primal instincts shake, then she will only be physically attracted to you. Also, at the same time, if even then she chooses not to have sex with you for whatever reason, your help, servitude, and flattery are all for nothing. Simply put, building attraction is in your hands, whereas having sex is in hers. If you are unable to send that thrill to her spine, no matter what you offer her, it won't work. And if she chooses not to have sex with you, no matter how appealing you appear to her, she won't fuck. And thus, as I told you previously, it takes only one look and not years or months for someone to find you attractive. Just one glance of yours is enough. I am telling you, just a look of yours will wet her, and then it all will zero down to her choice. If she chooses to have sex with you, then only sex will happen. On the other hand, even if you make her wet and she still chooses not to have sex with you, she is not going to fuck. Nothing will happen, and you cannot do one thing about it. In fact, any effort or attempt to make her do it with you will only aggravate the situation. Therefore, it is best that you keep your focus on yourself and keep yourself busy in your life. Whoever chooses to get along with you will get along with you. Whoever chooses to stay away will stay away. You do not need to worry about or interfere with other people's choices and decisions. Just have a good time with whoever is with you and keep forgetting about others who decide not to come or to move on. You just keep working on yourself to make yourself shine as much as you possibly can, because this is something that is in your hands. You worry about only what you have full control over and give your best to yourself without worrying about other people's choices and decisions. Learn to stay passive and distant with women. You do not need to create any sort of problems for yourself or for them for whatever reasons, and no matter what, you never take them to heart. Women are only meant to be enjoyed and had a good time with. You do not need to take them too seriously. You do not need to take them to heart. Simply stay in your frame and let them come and go as they please. Both men and women require sex. However, I know as men we need it more, but this is what we need to train ourselves to do. Stay in control and not act too needy around women. I am telling you two things. As long as, first, you stay strong enough to walk away from women, and second, you keep yourself shining. Stay fit, healthy, and ambitious, you will keep appealing to them. Then those who want to fuck will fuck. Those who don't will not. We all need to learn to live with this truth. It takes two to tango. Unless two of you decide to get physical, it cannot happen. The choice of both parties is essential, and that decision of theirs can't be made with coaxing, sycophancy, or any other sort of service. Your personality and masculinity can only provoke them sexually, but then whether they want to go ahead with their choice or not depends on them. It is their choice. In the end, always remember two important lessons from the video. First and foremost, sex is primitive. It doesn't take years or months to build the attraction. Just a glance of yours is enough for her to make up her mind. If she chooses to fuck, she fucks. It doesn't matter whether you already know the woman or not. It doesn't matter whether you have done anything for her or not. As a result, if a woman is being difficult to you and making you wait, she is just playing games with you, and her motive is not to have sex with you but to use you for something else, or she is simply trying to entertain herself with you. You don't become part of her game, simply move away. Second, your involvement and dedication to her are completely insignificant. It is purely her choice and her decision whether to have sex with you or not, and you cannot do anything to influence her choice or decision. Only her mood, the circumstances of her life, and the way she thinks can define and dictate her decision. And thus, you should not worry about or interfere with others' decisions. You can only make sure that you will not be available to anyone without being properly valued, and that you will not emotionally attach yourself too strongly to anyone.